we do have some rain to talk about there out on the radar in this afternoon hour. Again, we've been watching down in the Ruidoso area. Thankfully, we've been seeing some clearing over the last hour or so as those showers continue to move to the north. But areas else across the state, we're seeing some activity picking up, especially in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. It looks like they just got issued either a flash flood warning or even a aerial flood advisory for that Mora area, where we see that heavier thunderstorm in that area. Not only that, but again, there's those flood watches for the Sangre de Cristo Mountains and the Ruidoso and Sacramento mountain area through the afternoon to evening hours. But the rest of the state also, or a good majority of the state, I should say, will also have to be on that flash flood safety awareness side. Again, a level 1 out of 4 risk to see some of those heavier thunderstorms producing some good rainfall to bring in the potential of the flash flooding. So as we go through those afternoon hours, here's what we could see on radar. Again, we could see some slower moving thunderstorms moving to the north as we go into those evening hours. And again, it's all about the intensity, the location, and the timing of those storms. So if we have those intense storms over one specific area for an extended period of time, or even a shorter amount of time, especially for our friends down with those burn scar areas, that's where we could see those flash flood warnings get issued. So if you do get one of those warnings, please do take heed and note of those warnings as well. As we go into the afternoon, though, I think for us here in the metro, about a 30% chance of an afternoon shower or storm. I think our best chance comes as we get into those later afternoon to even evening hours. But our friends to the north and even to the south have the better potential to see more of that afternoon activity. The reason why we're seeing this is we're seeing a high pressure system continue to work its way further to the west there. That's going to bring moisture in from the Gulf. But then there's also a low pressure system out to the Pacific Northwest. And that's going to continue to funnel in also some moisture into our air, not only today, but even on the day tomorrow. Notice that we have those southerly winds that's going to bring in a lot of that moisture from the ocean, both from the Pacific and even from the Gulf. So we'll have it on both sides where we could see another round of some slow moving thunderstorms during the day tomorrow. So another flash flood threat is going to be in existence for the day tomorrow as well. So as we go through the day tomorrow, here's what radar could look like as we go into those afternoon hours. Once again, we'll see more of those typical monsoon bubbling up of the atmosphere during the afternoon hours. I think the best chance for those afternoon hours comes to the south and to the north. But as we get into those evening hours, that's when we could potentially see the rounds of storms for us here in the metro area. Not only that, but Wednesday, we have another good chance of seeing some activity out there on the radar in the afternoon hours. But take a look at Thursday. It's going to remain further off to the east of the Albuquerque area. So the eastern half of the state will still get more of a chance, but there's also the potential for a tropical system down in the Gulf to form. That's actually what would have been Tropical Storm Dexter last week, where that made a whole 180 turn with that high pressure system out into the east. So we'll continue to monitor not only that, but also again the rain chances throughout the rest of the day today, and we'll be able to give you guys that updated radar information as we go through the day today. Again, Roswell will have that 30% chance today, Silver City about a 50, and we'll bring that up to a 70% chance tomorrow for the Silver City area. Across the northern side of the state, though, we also again are already seeing some activity out there on that radar. Again, Mora is already seeing either the flash flood warning or the potential for that aerial flood advisory with that slower moving storm. So Farmington area only about a 10% chance today, but a 20% chance as we get into the day on Wednesday. Las Vegas also has daily rain chances on that extended forecast. Again, across the North Mountains, we're already seeing some of that activity out there on radar. And we'll continue to watch for that as we go through those afternoon hours. Santa Fe will increase those chances as we get into middle to the end of this week. But notice that even here in the metro, we have some lower rain chances today, about a 30% chance. But notice by the weekend, only about a 10% chance for us here in the metro to see a shower or storm.